This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good morning, Sírí S Opli. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
Hello, Angel. I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I am excellent. Thank you for asking. What part of the world are you in right now?
I live in Norway. I live way up north above the Arctic Circle, actually. And right now we are looking out the window and seeing the sun returning after 2 months of darkness. So It's a wonderful place.
That's amazing. 2 months of darkness. What's that like? Wow. Ooh.
That's really interesting, and it's inspiring, and it's in a way it's demanding too, because it requires some special attitudes towards the darkness and the way of surviving, and also making ourselves enjoy it, really.
It's like, yeah. Wow, yeah. For a Caribbean guy, it's very challenging to imagine the cold, one, and then I visited a few countries and I understood that somewhat. But then to experience the darkness, that's definitely going to take a bit of adjustment. I'm guessing you get stronger after time, yes?
Yes, I'm not born here, but I get used to it, and I feel strongly appreciated the light when it returns. And by Christmas time, there's actually some very good qualities about having the darkness around you and outside, and it's easy to fall in love with the indoor activities and sitting by the campfire and watching movies and drinking hot chocolate, and also painting.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, well then let's do that. Like, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
Well, that is a many-parted question, really, because the way I got to learn your name was through my very talented friend, Tom Evans, and he directed me in your direction and told me to book a podcast with you. So I met him through meditation at first, and now I'm the illustrator of Just for Today, one of his big things right now, and mine actually, since I'm being an illustrator. So it's his luck that we are now talking today in this time of history.
That's amazing. Sírí, your headsets are just brushing up against your hair, I think. And
okay, I'll hold it. Better now?
There we go. You must have long hair.
Yes, I do, but I think it was my jacket this time.
All right, it's the jacket. I'm
Excuse
guessing.
me.
Yeah, I'm blind. I can't see anything from here.
No,
I'm joking.
not me.
It's we have no video on. So all right. So you're the illustrator, and you're doing work with Tom Evans. I've got a quick question. Do you work with Adobe or CorelDRAW?
I don't do any of those. I draw the old-fashioned way. I draw with pencil and pen, and then I scan my illustrations and send them to Tom, which makes our magic come together. And he puts them together with his memes, and we send them out by email on Patreon to our patrons.
Wow, what a process. All right. It's definitely original at the end of it, isn't it? Wow, all right. Who did you learn this skill from, this ability to communicate via paper and, paintbrush? Pencil?
No, I have always loved to paint and draw and create things. So the first thing I remember about creating and drawing and writing, actually, was when I was 4.5 years old, home in our living room. I made my first book with drawings and writing 4 pages. So I've always been able to draw and create things. That's why I'm here.
Why will you continue to repeat that skill?
I repeat it because it's the thing I'm here for. It's my purpose to show people how easy it is to draw and draw anything, really. So these days I'm hosting an art class inside Patreon where people can learn from me how to draw anything. People who don't think they are able to draw or paint can actually come to us and have a lesson with us and find out that they actually can draw. And are artists. Everybody is an artist.
How can we find that?
You can go to patreon.com/justfortoday and sign up for the art class. You can watch the first masterclass, which we are recording once a month. And the first one was published last week. And there you can listen to and watch Tom as he's drawing his first illustrations for Just for Today, this 1st of February. And then you can become one of our students.
You said that you're not originally from Norway. Where are you originally from?
I am from Norway, but I'm not from the northern parts of Norway. I'm not born where I live. I was born in the southern parts of Norway, but I moved up above the Arctic Circle in my adult life.
I was wondering about the accent. Like, what accent is that then?
It's a Norwegian.
Oh, yeah, it's like, okay, if it's not Norwegian, what accent is that? All right, well, that's amazing. Well, tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
What I've been doing consistently over the past 3 years, well, it must be, besides being an artist, I have been a mother for my 5 children. And that's the 2 things I love the most in the world, being an artist and being a mother.
How does that make you feel, having 5 children locked away in a house for 2 months in the darkness?
Oh, they go outside and go skiing and visiting their friends in the neighborhood. And we drink lots of cocoa and we watch a lot of movies, but we don't lock them in. And we paint, of course. Yes. I got your joke, so thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Why would you suggest other people do what you've done? Or in fact, you know what? Let me ask another question. Like, how does it make you feel being this person, looking back from now till then, you know, being a mother of 5? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel very grateful, actually, because nowadays people don't have 5 children, I experience. So I feel very lucky, and I'm happy with my children, and I'm happy with my life right now. And I feel that it's the thing I want to bring the message to the world about is the ease of life, really, and that love is all we need and all we are. Yes.
I love that. Siri, I love that. I love that. Amazing audience. Again, you're hearing it live from Sírí S Opli. Siri, let's switch gears for a moment for the fun part. Let me now invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Siri, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, my earliest childhood memory. That must be, will amaze you now, I think, because I can actually remember being a baby and my father nursing me on the nursing table. Do you call it that? You know, when you change the diapers?
Sure.
I remember him singing to me, and I couldn't have been more than a half a year or something like that. And then it jumps up to my 3rd birthday, which makes me really happy because I was dressed in a pink dress, and I can remember sitting in my maternal grandmother's lap, blowing my 3 candles from my cake. And that's a happy memory.
Why do you think these memories are so clear?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe they are happy moments. I think so.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today? Or those memories, in fact?
Oh, yes. That's a good question because I like to draw. And the latest years, I have been drawing a lot of babies and a lot of children. And I feel that I have, in some points, I have awakened spiritually. That's maybe a cliche, but many people do nowadays. And I found that the point in life is to live. And the way to live is to be like a child, not to be childish, but look at the world like a child, like everything is a magic, and like everything is a miracle. Make it happy, joyous, fantasy, use your fantasy and create, and just jump around and be enthusiastic about life. That's how I see those memories and connected to what I do today.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Yeah. Yes.
I love the two sides of our conversations thus far, where one is you enjoying yourself, having fun, and the second being you're the mother, taking care of the children. But to see that in your memories as well, parallel, where your father is taking care of you. And then you're enjoying yourself, again, in your maternal grandmother's surrounding, blowing out the candles, right? Like, what enjoyment was that? But to see the creativity that it has now manufactured, if you would, is pretty intriguing to me.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that viewpoint.
You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh, as I wrote in your interview on the questions I got from the email, I can't remember any pop song really, because when I was a child, my father is still an opera singer, and when I was a child, he always played classical music. So I guess it was some Norwegian Grieg, or it was some classical piece from Bach or Beethoven or something like that. He used to take us to concerts, and I remember sitting like a candle listening, and him saying, "Be quiet, concentrate." So I had this very artistic view on things and music from early on, really. So I guess I didn't listen to pop music until 1985 when I was 13. So then I can remember getting a taste for Dire Straits. So Money for Nothing must be my favorite song from when I was 12, 13. So it's a long story, but sorry about that.
You're good.
I have two sides of my musical interests.
That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. All right, my friend. Well,
You're
we've
welcome.
arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Siri?
Yes, I am.
Siri, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Of course, I have passed my skills on to my children, which is making them happy, because then they can go draw whenever they want to. And I also want to pass them on to Tom, clearly, and everybody else who wants to learn how to draw. And I have been an art teacher in a cultural school in Norway. We call it that, a musical school, cultural school, where children can learn to draw and paint. And I just want everybody to create and be happy with what we do, really.
All right. Are you married?
Yes, I am. Luckily married to the same guy for 20 years now.
Wow, 20 years. Give us a secret, please.
Oh, the secret. It must be my patience and my ability to forgive and give second chances along the way, and just say, well, we'll fix that as well. We'll manage.
I'm laughing here because you didn't say our secret. You said my secret.
Oh. I'm sorry, that didn't get wrong out. I guess we're both equally stubborn and patient. And we have, I must say, I have taught him some secrets about forgiving, because not everybody knows that, I think. And I see many people around me struggling in their relationships, and I wish they could just forgive themselves and just forgive the surroundings and forgive themselves for thinking wrong. And yeah, that's a long story. That's also something I want to show people, really. But I guess I am already by staying married to the same man.
Definitely. All right, my friend. So we have 5 children. Do you believe in God?
If I believe in God, I don't think myself as a religious person, but I believe in something greater than us, that somehow, somewhere is pulling out threads and giving signs and guiding us along the way. Yes. Don't go to church. No.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
And some periods of time, mostly like the darkness period, I watch a lot of TV, but not in summer, not at all. So I would say something like 2 hours a day, maybe, at the most.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
It's less than 8 hours, because I need to create, and then I stay offline.
Yeah, do you draw old school style.
Yes, I do.
All right, Siri. All right. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Sírí Opli, what would you say that is?
That must be enthusiasm. I am enthusiastic.
Love it. Siri, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would like to share that happiness and simplicity is what a life is about. Happiness and simplicity.
Yeah, there we go. I love the double theme and everything you spoke about. From your
Thank you.
memory, I love it. Well, Siri, again, this was a great pleasure. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for being, Angel.
You're welcome. Thank you for being too. That's beautiful.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.